that we did not see 2 days ago, and yet we're missing some plants that we saw 2 days ago.
That's right. It's changed since we were here Wednesday.
Wow.
It has.
It's changing all the time. We do these we do this one once a month. There are, oh God, oh thank you. Oh good, good. This is a great demo too. Oh, this is so cool. This is one of my favorite plants. Okay, so this is sensitive pea. It is in the Fabaceae family, which is also the pea family. And it's called sensitive pea because I want you to watch what happens to the leaves when I rub my finger on them. Can you see? Can you see the leaves?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Look at what's happening.
They like move.
Exactly. That's called seismonastic activity. I'm going to move this again. Do you see how they're moving?
Yeah.
And in fact, you guys can get in and do this yourselves. You're not going to hurt the plant. But what is happening is that the plant has a chemical reaction, and it uses potassium to expel water from the cells of the leaves, and then the leaves go limp. Basically, that's what's happening. Now, why such an adaptation? I mean, it sounds crazy, doesn't it? Why such an adaptation? They think that it is because with browsers that they might be put off by this movement along their lips. And so they go to something else that doesn't move. But also, there are browsers that are insects too. Browsers that are insects. And insects would be like kind of brushed off, pushed off when the leaves move. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So anybody who wants to can come and test. I'll hold this up. Look at also, this is the most protective plant because it's got little thorns on it too. I mean, this plant does not want to be touched. And you look at how beautiful the little flower is. It's just, look at this, it's wonderful. So, come and if you just touch, yes! Okay.
The last part of your group, we found some more sensitive plants.
Oh.
Great! That's cool. I mean, there's nothing like, you know, that multi-sensory sort of thing. This is called Pretty False Pawpaw. And if you can get down here, I'd encourage you to, I don't like to break off. There's not enough of this around, and you'll understand why I'm not going to do it when I tell you that this is a critically endangered plant. It is only found, according to Kathy Olson, when I took a photo of it, I looked it up in a database, and I learned that it was critically endangered. And Kathy Olson, who is head of 2020, said that as far as she knows, it's only found on Pine Island and along Burnt Store Road. Pretty False Pawpaw. If you can run your fingers on it, it smells like magnolia. It's absolutely beautiful.
So why
it is critically endangered because its habitat is disappearing, and this seriously needs burns.
Yeah.
And who knows? See, there was a burn not too far from here, and it could be that some ash got around it, and I don't know. That's all speculation.
Well, we need to do
anyway.
burns before.
Doesn't it seem kind of interesting that it would start itself back on the path?
Yeah, it does, and it's hard to know why, but there is more moisture on the path, too. So it will grow a pawpaw fruit, and but this is, I'm pointing out here, and Ron's probably going to do this. I don't know if he and I have talked about this. We're looking at a plant right now which is critically endangered, and it's only found on Pine Island and along Burnt Store Road. And it's this plant right here.
In the
you
whole
can get down
world.
and rub the leaves. It smells like magnolia. It's just wonderful.
So this
Pretty False Pawpaw.
So this is the only place in the world you can find this plant.
Well, I'm saying in Lee County, that's what Kathy Olson knows about. But in this database, I only found that it was found here in Lee County and in Polk County or something like that.
When
They rope this off so nobody steps on it.
they need to put like some warning signs around it.
Sometimes that's a wrong thing to do. Sometimes it's like orchids. You know, people will then purposely take it. So it's probably almost better just to let it run through its life cycle. And we actually are going to see some more as we are wandering through here.
Further,
Pardon me?
we're starting to get into the burn area there.
Thank you.
And I want to caution you that soot will get on your clothes if you even come close to one of those trees. I think it jumps off. I've been very careful and I still come home with soot all over me sometimes. So especially if you got something white on, because it's hard to get out, okay?
And also, I want you to notice too that the situation has changed here too. Look at how much denser these trees are. They were basically just waiting for a lightning fire, and one occurred in July of last year. And so you'll see the result, because the trees were so close together that the fire was able to jump crown to crown. And Ron can speak to this because I was not doing these tours last year. Ron was, and so he knows, he knew the difference between, well, he'll tell you.
Is this another one of that same flower dome?
Hard to tell. Hard to tell. It's definitely a pawpaw. This is definitely a pawpaw, but I don't know that it is the
same one.
exactly the same one. Because
Sure.
there's an Asimina. It starts with the name Asimina, the taxonomic name, and this other one starts with the name Deering Joe something or other. So there are different types of at least a couple of different types of pawpaw. Here's another of these rose rushes.
We can't respond. There we go. I found.
Tar flower, and we saw the tar flower plant. This is the flower that actually comes onto the tar flower plant. And if you feel it, I welcome you to touch the petals. It's called tar flower because the back of it has a stickiness to it, and that keeps the bugs don't like that. The browsers don't like that. So so that's an adaptation to keep things from munching on it. Here's a zebra swallowtail.
Yeah.
Zebra swallowtail that has been munching, that munched on the pawpaw as a caterpillar.
Very nice.
Oh man, and he just pointed out something else.
He is awesome. Oh, this goes to swallowtail.
Okay, I want you to observe the berries. These are the shiny blueberries. And look at how we've even got some young berries coming up here.
Are these edible blueberries?
They are. They will be. Now.
They're not in blue.
But I also want you to look at this. And anybody who can come in here
Oh, I'll come
is
in.
welcome. What we are looking at is called, it's from an Exobasidium vaccinae fungus.
Oh, wow.
And what it does is the fungus will penetrate different parts of the plant, and it's generally always going to be one of the ericaceae. In this case, it's a staggerbush. And then it completely, it causes the plant to disfigure itself. And so what you see as this beautiful, I don't know, it looks like fruit-like. You can touch it. It's incredible. This is actually a fungus that has just deformed and completely changed the composition of the stem or
Does
the
it
leaf
hurt
or
the
whatever it
plant?
hit.
From the fire.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Now, I've been reading.
There's some here.
If we touch this, will we move it to another plant later?
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I wouldn't worry about that being a problem because this is not a problem. It's only a concern if you are a nursery and you're growing azaleas, because azaleas happen to be in this family. Or they can get this. But out here, it's not a problem.
So the fungus likes a burn? I mean, this is the new burn area. Does the fungus proliferate in a burn?
I haven't read that as being an issue. What I have read is that it really likes moisture. And it spreads because just like any fungus, it produces spores. And so when it rains, the spores tend to splash up and then adhere themselves to another plant.
These are not the fungus, those ball things.
No, this is called the hymeneum.
So that is something the plant makes, not the fungus, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, the fungus causes the stem or the leaf, whatever, to deform. Bud. Could be a bud. Young blueberries on this one over here, too. We're going to see some more, actually, blueberries that are even more progressed.
There are some little red berries.
These are too young, though. Wait till we get up here a ways and you'll see some black ones.
Oh yeah, she's got something with really red berries over there.